All right, welcome to my first Q&A. Now, before I get into this, this first clip up here that you can see is me squatting 170 for 10 reps. My all-time record is 12 or 13, so I'm pretty happy with this. This is the first time I used a powerlifting belt, which feels way more rigid and there's a lot more support versus like the traditional Olympic weightlifting Velcro belt. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this when it comes to clean and jerks. I'm worried that the belt buckle might get in the way. And if you notice on the back, you can see that Coach Malky, this was a gift from one of my clients, which is really cool. Now, these other clips you're seeing on the side are just some training footage throughout the week. This was actually training footage in the week leading up to my 235 squat that I hit a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Now, first question. Strict press utility in improving the jerk, including the lockout for a novice weightlifter. I would say it depends on training frequency. Depending, if you're doing like 4 sessions a week, then it's probably not really worth it. You want to focus more of your attention on things like push press or split jerk foot drills, and just building confidence and moving under that bar and locking out hard overhead. One experience I want to draw from is like I wouldn't recommend strict press actually for really any weightlifter unless they're training at a really high frequency and they have the time and they need some type of basic pressing work. One experience I want to draw from is my last prep for British Nationals. I was doing a lot of bench pressing and behind the neck strict press. So I had a lot of pressing strength and I wasn't doing as much push pressing in the lead up to that competition. And as a result, during my training, I could press out 160, 165 over my head if I got it high enough. So it allowed me to compensate with bad technique. So it's a habit that you don't want to encourage. Rather, you'd spend your time doing things like push press or push press from behind the neck so that you can really learn to use your legs, drive hard, and then execute the lift like you should be, using it as a full body movement as opposed to just isolating your arms. Next question. Is there protein in water? No shit. But when I was younger and I wanted to lose a bit of weight, my older brother at the time said that there was calories in water. But obviously I realized pretty quickly he was full of shit. But no, there's no protein in water. How long did it take you to go from your first ever full snatch to a 100 kilo snatch? I think I snatched 100 kilos after 3 or 4 months. I was doing like 4 sessions a week. I picked it up very quickly, but to be fair, I had already been doing strength training prior to that. So I was already squatting, I think, over 110 or 120 pretty confidently. So I had a good base to start from, and my mobility was good, and I was, very young, so you pick up things a lot quicker. But then after that, it was just a hard grind putting on the kilos. I feel like after 120 kilo snatch, it's just a grind and it starts to really slow down. After 130, it really slows down unless you're really consistent with your training. All right, last question. Do I even lift? Nah, bruh, I weight lift. Now, if you have any other questions, if you want me to critique your technique or you have some questions about your program, anything like that, you're welcome to send me a DM, send me the video, send me a screenshot of what you're doing. And then the next time I do one of these Q&As, I can go through it and then I can give you some feedback during the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for the next one soon.